My husband's mistress broke into our house while we were sleeping, not to harm us, but to leave divorce papers on his nightstand with an ultrasound photo attached. I stared at my sleeping husband of 8 years, wondering if the child in that grainy image was the only reason he'd married me in the first place. The clock read 3:24 a.m. when I heard the front door close. At first, I thought David had gotten up for water, but when I rolled over, he was right beside me, his chest rising and falling in deep sleep. Chevin else was in our house. I nudged him awake, heart pounding, but before he could fully open his eyes, I heard the sound of heels clicking down our hardwood hallway. Then nothing. David, I whispered, gripping his arm. Someone's here. He shot up, fumbling for his phone to call 911, but I was already moving toward our bedroom door. That's when I saw her, a silhouette retreating down our staircase, tall, slim, with long hair cascading down her back. Not a burglar's profile. Wait, I called out, my voice breaking the silence. She turned, and in the dim light from our porch lamp streaming through the window, I saw her face, solemn, beautiful, and somehow familiar, though I couldn't place her. She didn't run. Instead, she looked directly at me. Ask him about Emily, she said, her voice steady. Ask him about Westlake. Then she was gone, the front door clicking shut behind her. When I returned to our bedroom, David was standing, baseball bat in hand. Did you see them? Should I call the police? It was a woman, I said, watching his face carefully. She left something. That's when I noticed the manila envelope on his nightstand. Inside were divorce papers, not ours, but ones with his name and another woman's, Emily Chen. The second page held an ultrasound image dated 3 weeks ago with the words 12 weeks scribbled in the corner. What is this? I asked, my hand trembling as I held up the papers. Who is Emily? The color drained from David's face. Becca, I can explain. He started, but his phone lit up with a text. In his panic, he hadn't locked it. The message preview showed clearly. Did you tell her yet? I am tired of waiting, David. As he scrambled to hide the phone, a folded note fell from the envelope, a handwritten letter addressed to me. Dear Rebecca, it began. Before you hear his lies, you should know your husband isn't who you think he is. He's been living 2 lives for years, and now that I am pregnant, I can't keep quiet anymore. But here is more you need to know about Westlake Investment Partners, about your family's money, and about why he really married you 8 years ago. The foundations of my world shifted that night. The break-in wasn't the crime. The crime was the life I'd been living without knowing it.